What's going on YouTube? This is Rich from Random Motorsports, and in today's video we're going to be detailing the Mercedes. I got my 2000 Mercedes E320 and we're going to be going through and giving this thing a full exterior detail, get the thing looking great. Winter's coming up and I want to make sure this thing is paint protected and looks good. So let's get to it. Alright, so here's what we're going to be using. Now, this is an older bottle I have, but this is some Adams polish. I use this in my foam cannon. I think this stuff works really well. So first step is going to be cleaning this thing off. As you can see, it is dirty. Obviously, fall's here, leaves are falling on it, dirt's coming down, it's just a mess. So first we're going to get cleaned up. Then I'm going to be using some of this iron moving clay. I love this stuff. I'm also going to be using it in combination with an actual clay mitt thing I got. Anyway, gonna make sure I get all contaminants off the paint. And then Super Clean was nice enough to send out some product for us to test out. This is their wheel cleaner. I'm gonna give it a shot, see how it does on these wheels. Being a Euro car, using metallic brakes, yeah, this thing gets a lot of brake dust. So hopefully that does a pretty good job. I also have the regular degreaser as well. I might be trying that out on a little bit of the engine bay, but I do keep this thing pretty clean under there. And then when we get to the polishing stage, I got Meguiar's Ultra Cut Compound, Swirl Remover, Show Car Glaze, and then followed up with their yellow wax. Now, I might actually use something different instead of this yellow wax. I might use a ceramic coat on this thing, but let's get to cleaning this thing up. Before I get too far into the exterior, I realized I should probably clean up the engine bay. This way any grease that happens to come off, any dust, debris, whatever, will be cleaned off the paint and I don't have to go back and do it later. Super Clean's regular spray degreaser here. And as you can see, I got a little bit of oil buildup down in the engine bay here. Not too bad. I do have to do the valve cover gaskets on this as well as an oil pan gasket. But we will spray this on. This is something that kills me. I gotta get this off of here somehow. But I think they use the paint pen, so I might have to just repaint the engine cover. Yeah, let's spray this stuff on and see what it does. Alright, so you can see it's already eating away at some of the oil and grease that's built up on that upper oil pan. Let this sit for a few minutes and I'm going to rinse it off and we'll see how it looks. Okay, so I think that this cleaned up fairly well. Granted, it wasn't that dirty to begin with, but everything cleaned up nicely. And the one thing I did notice, this hose here, if I can get it to focus, this camera's killing me. This hose always had kind of like a, you can kind of see a little bit there, but it had a brownish tinge to it, and it's all cleaned up, it looks brand new. I'm very impressed with the products they've sent out. I'm excited to try out the wheel cleaner. But this engine bay is once again nice, clean, looking nice. I'm going to close up the hood and continue on the exterior. while that's soaking, I'm going to go ahead and give it this Super Clean wheel cleaner a try, and let's see what it does on these wheels. This right here, Meguiar's product, I really like this stuff. I will say the stuff smells horrible, but it works well. Spray clay, we could see a lot of the contaminants coming out of the paint. The paint feels a lot smoother. There's still some contaminants though, so I am going to use traditional clay for it as well. Also does not help the leaves keep falling from the trees. But we'll hit it with regular clay, and then we'll get into the compounding session. Please stop these leaves. They don't stop. They just keep falling. Yeah, so let's get to that. Let's see if I can perform some of this YouTube magic right here. Alright, I've tried this a couple times now. Let's see. And clay. It doesn't work. So we're gonna have to just work through it. Okay, so this right here, this is a clay cloth, I guess. Picked it up from AutoZone, but it seems to work pretty well when in use with the spray clay. As far as regular clay goes, I would prefer to use just this if I was just using actual clay. This stuff actually does work pretty well when you agitate with a brush. I went back and kind of redid it a little bit, and these wheels came out pretty nice. In all honesty though, there's better wheel cleaners out there, but they're more in the detail grade. As far as like a retail store goes, this is a pretty good product, but it's definitely not top notch. I've dealt with some much better wheel cleaners, but overall, it works. You just need to put a little more effort in with it. I'm going to go ahead and start polishing this thing. It's looking a lot better. So this is my polisher. It's an older Harbor Freight dual action. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's worked and I've had it for a long time. On here I do have a Griot's Garage finishing pad, or this actually might be their compound pad, but it's a somewhat abrasive pad. It's meant for compounds and polishes, so I'm going to use this. I got a little bit of Meguiar's Ultra Cut compound, and I'm going to see what it does on these scratches here. I did put a tape line down so I can kind of see what kind of difference I get. So I'm just going to work the compound into the panel and then work. So just with that done, I can see a vast difference in the clarity of the paint. And I do have a few more stages to go through, but let's see. Let's see if I can get this in camera here. huge difference. So now I just got to repeat the process on the rest of the car. And it's going to take some time. This is where I really wish the whole snap thing would work for me. But and just like that. Now we just continue on to the next panel. I've got more than half the car done at this point. Leaves it with a nice smooth finish. I'll see if the camera will pick any of this up here. I don't want to see myself, but I got a pretty nice finish on the panels I've done. Unfortunately, the hood is a little too far gone and one of the rear quarters, but still have to do this and that and the roof. But overall, it's coming out pretty nice. This car is in need of a respray. There's some sections that paint's chipped off, sections that were poorly repaired, but it's looking good. Looks really good. So I'm gonna hit it with the swirl remover. Hopefully get just a tiny bit more clarity in it. Pull out some of the swirls we got in it. It's not too bad. I am pretty impressed with how the Ultracut did on this paint. So we'll do that. And then we have mirror glaze and whatever sealer I decide to use, whether it's wax or ceramic. I haven't decided yet. So let's do that. It still doesn't work. Okay, let's cut to it. And you can see what the swirl mover does. This paint is looking really good. So, continue onward. Half the car left. It takes forever. But it's worth it. One of those things where it takes some time, but it makes the world of difference. So this is Griot's Garage. Red waxing pad. It's a very soft pad. Go ahead and get the show car glaze applied with this and see how it looks. Okay, I've got this thing looking beautiful. I still have to clean the windows, shine the tires, but this thing has the best shine I've seen on it in a long time. Like just look at that, it's like a mirror finish. Yeah, let me clean the windows up. Throw some good old tire shine on it, and this thing will be set. Wow, I am very impressed with how that looks. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today's video. The Mercedes is done. I ceramic coated it. It is looking beautiful. I'm going to cut to some footage after this. That's going to showcase it. I think it's a... Wow. Fuck, I can't do this. Alright guys, that's going to be it today for... Wow. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today's video. The Mercedes is done. It's ceramic coated. It looks beautiful. Stay tuned. We're going to be doing a full interior detail on this car. I'm just out of daylight for today, and there's a lot of things going on that's making filming right now a little bit difficult. But I think the car looks great, and if you liked what you saw, please hit that subscribe button. Leave a like and a comment down below. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.